Ann C. coming at you. November 12th, up and early a little bit for myself. I'm one of those late nighters, and lately the last few days I've been waking up really early. So hey, good morning to everybody. Ann C. coming at you. Hope you got some kind of warm brew or some such thing. So I got my mug of Joe here, or cup of Joe. All righty. So hey, wanted to connect with you all. And let me know if you are here, if you are watching later, just write in, replay, let me know that you watched it. Because I know it's bright and early for a lot of folks, especially the folks on Pacific Standard Time. So great to have you all here. So I want to mention something. You know what? I am going to just make sure that I'm really showing up live on Facebook. Let's see. It says I am. So I'm just going to go with that premise that I am. So what I want to announce to you is this Friday, I have a special Facebook group that I have set up with a very extensive free training series. And when I say extensive, I mean extensive. It's actually 8 full days solid of training. And what I am going to go into is a topic that will especially be of interest to people who have an appreciation of tapping into proven sales funnels, meaning they understand the importance of traffic and traffic that's already built, done, and you just step in and leverage that traffic. So what we are talking about specifically is Amazon.com. And let me make clear, a lot of people think with Amazon.com, oh, well, that's just for those e-commerce sellers, those people who sell physical products. Well, I'm not into that. So for example, the many people, hundreds of thousands of people that I have trained up through my free training books about how to build your own brand, build a following, build an email list, really position yourself as an expert in the marketplace. These were from my 2 free training manuals and a paid training manual. Well, do you want to know something? Amazon.com is especially applicable to you. In other words, Amazon is moving into becoming known as the brand launcher, that they are launching big brands. So think about it for a moment. Gary Vee, he when he came out with his book, this feels like it's at least 5 years ago, he announced it in March and you could pre-order. And where do you think he was launching his book from? Right in the comment section below, if you recall. And I think it was called Crush It, Punch It. It's over on my bookshelf. I should have it handy. But anyways, he was already selling it, getting pre-orders in the spring, but the book wasn't going to be released until the fall. So he basically had all those orders, millions of dollars, I'm sure, to fund his time to write his book. But so you know how it is, New York Times bestseller list? No, where do people gain their presence and their posturing now? It's Amazon.com. All right, so I hope I have your attention for anyone who understands that it used to be said, if you're not online, you're not in business. Well, it's moving in the direction that it can be said, if you're not on Amazon, I'm not going to say you're not in business, but you're not tapping into their massive traffic flow. Whether you are a brick and mortar business or you're a digital marketer or you've got a brand, no matter who you are missing out on a significant piece of the pie if you're not taking advantage of Amazon.com. All right, so my free training, here's what it's about is, and yes, I have been teaching and training on e-commerce for 5 full years now. I never would have anticipated that was the shift that I would be making in my business when I was teaching people how to do attraction marketing. But I shifted 5 years ago, it was fall of 2013. So since that time, I've been teaching people how to leverage Amazon and use it as a traffic source to go to Shopify, whatever, to build your own brand and control your own assets, because I'll never let go of that message, right? So Amazon is this amazing traffic source. So what I want to share with you is what I feel is the absolute best place to get started on Amazon. And notice that I said to get started on, and that is through the arbitrage business model. And the reason I recommend this is it's the fastest and the easiest. It's where you really set your foundation as an online seller. If you're brand new to online marketing, you should get started on Amazon, because you're going to get trained by the most powerful company on the planet, Amazon.com, for metrics that you need to be aware of and paying attention to, that a lot of sellers simply aren't aware of, whether they're doing brick and mortar or online, quite frankly. So you set your foundation, you develop the fundamentals. And now when I say the easiest, it's because at the end of the day, the way we win in business is by data points. And whoever has the most relevant data points wins the game. And so with Amazon, for example, there is what we call a sourcing method, and sourcing is just another word for finding. So in the retail space, it's called sourcing, finding products. So digital marketers don't use that term so much. I'm going to go source a digital marketing course. They don't use that term. But in the retail space, you do. So you can jot that down, sourcing. All right. So there is a method where you can use your smartphone and an app, and you can scan a product in the UPC code on the product, and instantly, literally in microseconds, you're going to know if you can sell that product on Amazon, whether it's in their catalog. You're going to know the profitability, you're going to know the rank, you're going to know all these very critical data points, so you can make a smart decision. All right. So before I go on, go to the link that I have in this post here. It's kind of a long, call it ugly URL. It's just go there. All righty. And that's where you're going to access my free 5-day, it's actually full 8 days, where I'm going to be training you. The doors open this Friday at 9 a.m. CT. So you got to take advantage of this right now, because what's going to happen is by Sunday evening, I'm going to close the doors. You can't get in. You're just out of luck. So you got to take advantage of this right now. And when you go there, you're going to be kind of like in a waiting room. Have you ever gone to the doctor's office? Yeah. And you're in the waiting room, right? That's what's going to happen between now, for whenever you're watching this, until I open the doors on Friday. That's going to be November 15th at 9 a.m. CT. And then the doors stay open and I close them on the 17th, and then we go hardcore into our training. This is a private exclusive group, and I'm going to go into great detail on these fundamentals of understanding just how powerful the Amazon.com platform is, and what it means specifically as a third-party seller, right? That's what it's called, third-party seller. And that these third-party sellers now account for 51% of the sales on Amazon.com. They're really kind of the millionaire launcher, Amazon.com. So whatever slice of the pie you want, it's totally there for you. So we're going to go through the arbitrage method. Now, kind of coming close now, because I got to share something with you. Here's the big takeaway. I know for a lot of entrepreneurs, when they embark on their business, they do not begin with the end in mind. They don't have a clue of their end in mind. They haven't been advised, hey, by the way, what's your exit strategy going to be? They have not a clue. Well, I'm going to give you a clue right now. You should be, even right now, before you're thinking if I should really check out Ann's free training, just know this, you should begin with the end in mind. And here's the end goal that my members tell me. So I'm going to share it with you. And then I'm going to tell you how we accomplish it. So come on in closely. All right. What my members tell me is they would like to either build their business and then have it, passed on to their children and be what's called a legacy business. Think of the farmers, and they're 5 generations out, and they're hoping that their children, one of them, will want to run the family farm, right? And they're having an increasing problem with that, by the way. All right, but back to this. So a number of my members say that, but you know what the vast majority say they want? They want to build a business to sell. And not only do they want to build a business to sell, but they want to master that and do that as a rinse and repeat process. So they, some people are, oh man, I'm going to buy real estate, which my husband and I did. Well, that's going to be our nest egg. And we're going to have that rental property, and then we'll cash in, and it's going to be our retirement money, right? That's pretty normal. My husband and I did that. We got rid of the property. We're done with that model. So think of that for digital real estate. All right. Now, you can't necessarily sell an Amazon business. You have to have a corporation that owns the Amazon business. And that's what you are selling, my friends, with a brand, with a customer list, with private label products. But we're not starting at that top of the mountain. We're starting with this really simple method of arbitrage. Number one, because there's no faster way to get cash flow than retail arbitrage. So when I say no more faster way, let me be really clear on that. This is what often happens for my members when they follow my trainings to the T, is they ship in their products, and as soon as they land in the Amazon warehouse, guess what happens? They're sold. They're gone. That's what I'm talking about for cash flow. Let me give you a little background story on that. So we have a couple in our community that's been very successful, Tim and Maya. He owned a brick and mortar business for 25 years in the state of California. He sold it. And he was one of my followers, been on my subscriber list. And I sent out an email and I was detailing out, check out this method. They joined me. So here's the deal. It took them 5 years with their brick and mortar to hit profitability. But guess when they hit profitability? When they aligned themselves with me, my teaching, my training, and Amazon.com, right in the comment section. It sure as heck wasn't 5 years. It was 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, they were cash flowing. I'm not talking about, they made their first sale. I'm talking about they were in profitability in 2 weeks. And you may say, why not even shorter, Ann? It's because Amazon pays out every 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, they were in profitability, right? So what you need to do if you're interested in getting this very extensive free training, and I have to say, it's so much fun. I mean that literally. The engagement that people have as they go through this training is off the charts. I have never seen anything like it. Nothing comes close. All right, so you're going to go to the link. I'll try to spell it out to you. go.retailarbitrage.group/yes-FB post. Okay, it's a ridiculously long URL. I apologize. So what are you going to do? You're going to go up to the top of my post. You're going to click that link and you're going to follow the instructions and get to my free Facebook group where I'm going to be training people for a full 8 days. So we start this coming Friday at 9 a.m. CT. That's when the doors open up, right? And then boom, we're off to the races. You're going to be blown away. No, I forgot one really important point. So I used to be highly, highly skeptical whenever anyone would mention automated income. I'm like, you know what? Shut up already. You know that's BS. No, truth be told, you have to work hard at any business. So just shut up already with automated income. That was my mindset. Anytime I saw that kind of stuff come through my inbox, through my news feed, it's like, make me gag. Make me gag. Are you with me on that? Like, run for the hills. So let me be really clear on something here. Everything that I'm going to be teaching in my free Facebook group, literally every single step, can be offset to someone else, namely a virtual assistant. I have 3 in my business right now, and these are people who they're from the Philippines, and their wages are about 1/6 of American wages. All right, let me repeat what I just stated. So everything that I'm going to teach and show you in my free Facebook group training, every single step can be automated. A better word might be to say offset, outsourced to a VA, and that stands for virtual assistant. I'm going to say I was very leery to hire a virtual assistant. I don't want to say it's the best thing I ever did for my business, but it's a huge game changer. Want to know why? You know, American wages, wow, they have gone up and up and up. You know, what my husband and I had as an income back his most, anyways, it's like almost 30 years ago. Like, that was so much, that was a big salary, is nothing today. Why? Because the cost of living in the US has skyrocketed. So no, what we do is we have professional training on how to hire VAs. We'll get into that in my free training. So let's step back. What's the big takeaway here? Not only do you get a proven system, but that whole system, just like a McDonald's franchise, just like a McDonald's franchise, you know, how do you fry those French fries to perfection the McDonald's way? Every step of my system can be outsourced to VAs. I have several members. They don't have just one VA. They've got 2. And I'm talking in short order. They're into profitability very, very fast. And by the way, everything I'm explaining, it's your launch pad. Oh, let's get you into fast cash flow. Let's set your foundation. Let's open your eyes up to the massive wide world of Amazon.com. It's virtually limitless. And I'm going to tell you this, Amazon has disrupted the entire retail chain worldwide. Amazon.com has had a massive impact in China. I've been to China. I've seen it firsthand. Amazon.com is the big disruptor worldwide at a global level. And, you know, if you ignore Amazon, I'm going to say it's to your peril. And I'm not saying, oh, you must start with this method that I'm sharing with you right now, but I'm telling you what, you are missing out on so much potential by ignoring Amazon. Maybe you haven't heard of Amazon Live, for example. There's so many other monetization models within Amazon.com. It's beyond ridiculous. Anyway, so I hope I'm making myself really crystal clear. What I want you to do is go ahead and join me in my free training group. It's private, it's exclusive, and it only runs for a certain length of time. And then, boom, I take all the content down. So you got to get in while we're moving into our free training series. It's coming up this Friday at 9 a.m. CT. So go ahead, there's a link in the post, click that link, go ahead, reserve your seat, and get ready for the training that I'm going to be sharing with you. By the way, by show of hands, 40% of the members at one of my recent events, they're doing this as a family business. Now think about that for a moment. You know, I used to train network marketers. You know, pretty much that doesn't work too well when you're running around your family tree and, hey, you want to hear my latest gig? They're like, don't even, geez, you just ruined our family event talking about your MLM. True or true? You know that's true. But with Amazon, it's a whole different matter. One of my master trainers, she trained up her mom, 78-year-old mom. I think she's now 79. 5 hours, she's got $1,000 in profit. How many other senior citizens have that kind of an opportunity? 5 hours of effort into her business. She's got $1,000 in profit. She's actually a full-time pastor. So she would do this full-time. So this is kind of like her side hustle money. Side hustle. 5 hours of work, boom, $1,000 in profit. Yeah, we're changing the world here. All right, so you know what to do. This is my last shout out to you. You go ahead, take advantage of the link, register for my upcoming, it'll be a full 8 days of training. So I'm super excited to share this with you. I want to get the good word out. All right, till then, I am signing off and I'll see you inside the Facebook group.